Hey, this is John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. I am in Bruges, and you can see here, this is a city in Belgium, probably the most famous city in Belgium, Bruges. And what's behind me there is the Belfry Tower. So you can see that. I'm actually gonna, if you're listening on the podcast, sorry again, you're not gonna be able to see this, but I'm actually looking at a really big tower here that's in the market square in the city of Bruges. So I actually went up that tower this morning. It's a long climb. I've been climbing up a lot of towers since I've been visiting Europe, so that's been kind of fun. But yeah, that one's a pretty tall one. That was probably I think the tallest one that I've been on, because there's a lot of steps. But anyway, that was fun. Bruges is kind of an interesting city. There's not a huge amount of stuff to do here, like and see, but it got me thinking a lot. So here's something interesting about Bruges. It was at one point the economic, or rather the trade capital of the world. So think about New York City today, perhaps, right? It's one of the major trade capitals. But basically, this was the marketplace of the world. Like the most merchants, most merchandise, went through Bruges more than anywhere else. It's nowhere like that now, right? This is it's a port city with canals that actually go from the ports all the way into the city, and so. Back in its day, it was the largest, the most amazing, which kind of is interesting. Brings me to kind of a topic. I was trying to think of what should I do this video on today, and I came up with the idea of talking about this idea of when you are ahead, to not back down, to not quit, not give up. A lot of people get ahead, and then they slow down, and then they lose ground. And this is the whole tortoise and the hare, right? But I don't know if that's what happened with Bruges. I don't know. Obviously different reasons why a city could fall out of luster, but regardless of why Bruges had this happen, a lot of people that I know have had this happen in their lives, right? So the idea is really like it's pretty simple. When you get far ahead in anything in life, right? You have this tendency to sort of rest on your laurels, to basically. So a lot of people rest on their reputation. Other people rest on some achievement that they've done in the past. If you've seen, what is it, Napoleon Dynamite, Uncle Ricky, is it Rico? Uncle Rico, right? And he's, he at one point was this in high school football champion, and he relives the day, right? His whole life has gone to waste almost because he basically didn't keep going. He reached that achievement and then thought that was enough, and so it sort of ruined his life. But I see that sadly very much in the software development world. There's a lot of people, I won't name names because I don't want to call people out here, but that I highly respect, that as I was growing up and learning about software development, that they were sort of my heroes and the ones that I just figured these guys and gals were doing really well, and they sort of slowed down or stopped, and and then today I see some of those same people trying to make it today, trying to reinvent themselves, claim what they used to have, and it's too late. They should have struck while the iron was hot. They should have kept going while they're ahead. So really, the moral of this story is really just don't quit when you're ahead. This applies even to just about anything that you pursue in life, right? So one common example of this, I've been a victim of this myself, right, is weight loss, right, or getting in shape. You get in shape, you lose a bunch of weight, and you're ahead, and what do? You quit. You, instead of pushing on, and then what happens? You fall back, and you end up sometimes worse than you were before. So it's really important to keep pushing. That's the point where, when you've had this great accomplishment, when you've lost a bunch of weight or done something like that, push ahead even further. Like, make it commandingly, like go beyond what you're trying to achieve. And then you're really going to, there's a lot of opportunity there too. And it's funny too, because I think what happens a lot is it's very difficult to climb the mountain. And then when you get to the top of the mountain, you want to take a rest, right? And here's the thing, is it's no longer difficult. Once you're at the top of the mountain, like, to continue to climb is easy. It's easier actually, because you've already thinned out the herd. Like, there's no competition up there, so you've got an opportunity. So when you're dominating something, you need to keep on dominating. So if I could wrap it up, I've been kind of rambling a little bit, trying to get all my thoughts together on this, but essentially it's this. Look, when you get ahead on something, when you have a commanding lead, press the lead further. Don't give up. Don't slow down. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't assume that you're always going to have this lead. You don't know. Fate is fickle. Fate is a fickle bitch, as I like to say, and she'll turn on you, and times will change, and opportunities will change, and things that you took for granted, that you thought that no one would ever match you at, the champion will be dethroned if you don't keep your guard up. If you do keep your guard up, you've got a much better chance of keeping your position and keeping that lead. So that's it for this week. Hoping you're liking these travel videos. Sorry if you're listening to the podcast and can't see the beautiful city of Bruges. Bruges is quite a beautiful city, I do have to say. It is amazingly beautiful. Like, I'm sort of getting desensitized to like all this crazy beauty as I'm traveling around Europe, but this city sort of like shocked me, because when I got here I was like, wow, like all these buildings and everything is just amazing to see. Maybe kind of a spin around here so you can see if you're watching the video. But anyway, definitely a pretty cool city to check out. Not a whole lot to do here, like I said. Interesting history to know that. A couple other quick facts here. So I don't know if these are true, but apparently French fry was actually invented here, and there's like places where you get fries, like they're called fry houses, and you get a bunch of fried stuff, like the whole thing. It's not like a burger place, it's a fry place. So that's kind of interesting. Also, polishing of diamonds was supposedly here in Bruges, and of course there's like just tons of chocolates, which is pretty awesome. I've never seen so many chocolate tiers in one place. Anyway, that's it for this week. I will talk to you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel or the podcast. I would really appreciate it. And I'll be heading to Amsterdam tomorrow. Take care.